Hello, Capricorn. Welcome in. It's Laura from Tenacious Taurus Twin Flame Tarot, and this is going to be your monthly reading for August. I do apologize for getting this message out a little bit late. So what I want you to keep in mind, Capricorn, is timing and energy is fluid. This could have already played out, is happening right now, or is about to happen. This could happen at any point in time throughout the month of August. And energies, characters can be swapped around. So swap around the energies, but do not cram yourself into a message that's not meant to find you. Also keep in mind that this is for any major Capricorn placements: Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and North Node. And so I do want to talk about the energies that came through in meditation. I felt like this persistent problem. It felt like an old, persistent problem or wound that is having you kind of turn the page when it comes to some new spiritual practices, is what it felt like. I do feel a need to work on improving your mindset as well, Capricorn. And so it just felt like this search, like you're on this search for meaning in your life. And maybe even pondering the mysteries and the esoterics of the universe as well, Capricorn. And so I do feel you are being asked to make time to reconnect with nature and your own spirit. It felt like a very solitary energy, Capricorn, but I do feel there is some type of like persistent, long-standing issue that you've been overlooking, that you can no longer overlook. It's the energy of like the Four of Pentacles, opening up Pandora's box, and once you see it, you kind of can't unsee it. I also felt this energy of perhaps maybe you've caught feelings or fallen in love with somebody that's already committed to somebody else, which is causing like this overwhelm of emotions. And so I do feel something is being pushed to the surface. And so I do feel don't push an issue when it comes to something that might not be meant to be. We can't force people to reciprocate our feelings, Capricorn. And it did feel like trying to force some type of reciprocation. But I do feel things are going to be getting a little bit awkward, especially if maybe you share a social circle with this person. I felt like this apprehensive energy, as if like you've been avoiding facing this conflict. You've been avoiding facing this issue. And so I do feel a time of reflection when it comes to figuring out what's really been bothering you, so you can kind of get back on track. I do feel like something's gone way off the tracks here. So I'm going to jump in with the cards. We're going to start off with the tea leaf deck, and I did pick an extra deck for closing messages because of your persistent patience with me getting this out to you for August. And I do choose the crystal stone deck, so we'll get some messages with that deck before jumping in at the end with messages from Spirit. But let's see what needs to come through with the tea leaf deck. Interesting. Who did I record yesterday? You could be dealing with a Sagittarius. Sagittarius got this card. What I just heard was, you'll always be my white rabbit, my favorite bad habit. So there could be something you need to kick to the curb. I just heard too much pressure, I feel, when it comes to sexual matters. I do feel a sexual issue coming up as well. Ooh, we get the dagger. And so this is speaking about fear, worries, and a tense situation. Maybe there's going to be disappointment with a lover, or disappointment with somebody that will be leaving your life. Scissors kind of cut, right? Somebody's getting the cut. You might have to cut somebody out of your life. And I do feel there's been this lack of decisiveness, this persistent, nagging feeling. And so you've been allowing your life to kind of ramble aimlessly, and I do feel this is going to create some obstacles or challenges that you're going to have to overcome. Ooh, the tortoise. And so it's kind of like a Knight of Pentacles vibe. And so slowly but surely you will get ahead, but I do feel it's going to take some hard work and some persistence. And maybe this is going to be like a dagger to the heart. It does feel like a dagger to the heart. And so this opportunity or a windfall. It could just be a new opportunity, a lucky new opportunity. But I do feel there's going to be an ending, a disappointment when it comes to some type of love affair. And there's been a lack of indecision. They're showing me the Two of Pentacles. And so I do feel it's time to make a choice. And no matter how much work you're going to have to put in, you will get ahead. And I do feel like at the core, you do want an emotionally secure and loving family. That is important to you. Happiness is important to you. But I just feel get ready for like hell's bells is what I heard, hell's bells. And so there's going to be an announcement or something of the sort. And maybe this is connected to your job. But I do feel this overwhelm when it comes to making a decision. And so the wheel is fated, destined events taking place to maybe push you forward when it comes to making a decision. It's kind of like the Two of Wands in reverse, right? When we are at a crossroads and we need to make a decision and we don't make a decision, the rug kind of gets pulled out from under us and we're kind of pushed in a new direction. So something is pushing you forward. Wheels are in motion, and maybe your wheels have been spinning too much in the mind space, and that's why you need to kind of improve your mindset. But let's keep going here and see what else needs to come through with the Spiritual Journey Oracle deck. What other messages need to come through for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and North Node. Messages for Capricorn, please. Complacency. So yeah, there is some type of stuck situation, and you've been afraid to take action. So inaction, not making a choice, that is actually a choice, right? When we don't choose to take action on our instincts, and we let others choose for us because we're too afraid to make a choice, well, that is a choice, right? And so there is a need to step out of a situation and to let go of this fear surrounding an ending, because I do feel it is bringing you to happiness. And I feel Spirit's kind of been whispering in your ear like, hey, it's time to open up your heart. And so complacency, right? Something is stuck, something is stagnant, and there's fear surrounding letting this situation go. Maybe because it's going to crack open the heart. With the nest energy, it's like cracking open the egg, right? Yeah, and so even if you are in a connection, Capricorn, I do feel there's this underlying sense of loneliness. And so maybe this person isn't meant for you, because I feel you want to experience warmth in the company of a lover. And I do feel there's a lack of peace, maybe because you don't fully love who you are. It's kind of like the Five of Pentacles, right? And then we get the Seeker. They're showing me the number 777. And so I do feel you've been maybe digging a little bit deeper, looking into something. I do feel this yearning to find that deep meaning for your life, to find the meaning of life. And so I do feel get ready to experience some upheaval. It kind of feels like a tower, Capricorn. And so either you've recently experienced upheaval or are going through it now, or it's coming, and you're going to need to take some time to go within, reconnect with nature, take a rest, take a breather, take some time to heal your heart, your mind, and your body, because there's that Two of Wands, right? There's that pivot point. You are at a major fork in the road. You are at a major pivot point, a crossroads. And so a substantial decision is going to have to be made. And it might cause a negative impact. So I do feel get ready to be triggered. You're going to be put to the test. Whatever this disappointment is, whoever you're encouraged to cut out of your life, I do feel it is stemming around some toxic relationship patterns, possibly around some childhood wounding. And so how can you address this pattern, recognize this situation, this pattern with yourself, and how this has been repeating with others within relationships, whether it's romantic or not, because there's some type of negative behavior that does need to be corrected at this time. And I do feel you're kind of afraid to take that leap of faith. And so the ascension symptoms have been so strong. So if you've been in a state of being extra emotional, maybe physically drained, or that over mental stimulus, I do believe you need to take a step back and you need to get grounded. I'm having a hard time talking. So you might be finding it hard to express how you really feel because of the stuck, complacent energy surrounding a situation and all of the fear attached to it. But let's jump in with the tarot and we'll see what else needs to come through for you. Oh my gosh. You could be dealing with a Cancer or a Libra. But I do feel it's like, you know the truth. You can't unsee the truth. And I do feel there's fear of letting a situation die away, right? The Four of Swords upright is the death of an idea or a person, and you've been sleeping on this truth. You know the truth, but I feel this denial, right? And you could have strong Libra in your chart somewhere. You could be a Mars or a Venus in Libra or a Libra rising. I'm not sure. But I feel like there's been fear of going into the heartbreak. I do feel there might be an emotional outburst. This could be an emotional breakdown because I do feel you can't keep sleeping on the truth. Something does need to come to a dead stop, maybe with a Cancer. So I do feel something's coming to a dead stop because you need to get back on track, Capricorn. That's what I feel. So let's see what else needs to come through for you, Capricorn. We're going to do a 9-card spread, and we're going to see what other energies need to come through for you for the month of August. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and North Node. Look at this. The 2 Wands. So you do have a big decision to make. And it is kind of time to take action. And so Aries. And so we do have the North Node in Aries. And so any Libra placements that ramble around in indecision, that's that Libra South Node, right? It's indecision, rambling in circles, right? And so you are at a pivot point. You are going to need to make a decision. So let's cut the deck and let's see what else needs to come through. I felt that pivot point. So more Libra. You might want to pay attention to where Libra is at in your chart, Capricorn. Justice. We get Leo, the Sun reversed. You could be dealing with a Leo or a Libra. And then we get the 4 of Cups in reversed. I do feel there's... The 4s are all about foundations. And when energies come out in reverse, there's either extremes or absence of. And so I feel you've been rambling, needing to make a decision. I do feel there's a lack of vitality. There's a lack of joy in your life. There's this energy of oppression and quite possibly even depression. And there's that 3 of Swords in reversed. I feel there's fear of going into the depths of a heartbreak. We get the Palace of Coins in reverse. The dead central energy is the 4 of Wands. So we've had 4 of the 4s come out. 4, 4, 4. We get the Page of Swords in reverse. This is a message you don't want to hear or a message you don't want to deliver. We get the Knight of Wands in reversed. And we get the Palace of Swords in reverse. So if you are in a foundation with somebody, I do feel it's purely out of the material comforts. And is it really offering you material comforts? I do feel within the next 4 days to 4 weeks, you are being asked to take action. The 4 of Wands, the gateway portal is wide open still from Lionsgate. And so you get to decide, right, where it is you need to take action towards. I do feel a foundation is in focus, and I do feel you've been living a lie, living in an illusion, and maybe you're dealing with like a smiling liar, a master manipulator. The Page of Swords in reverse, this is immature communication. There could be communication blocks. This could be somebody spying, maybe digging a little bit deeper. We have the Knight of Wands in reverse, and let's face it, the Knight of Wands in reverse is like the Rico Suave energy, Aries, Leo, Sag. You could be dealing with a Leo that maybe played you for a fool, but what I want to say is there is a lack of wish fulfillment here. There's a lack of abundance. There could be addictions here that have really skewed your perception. And I do feel a need to recognize, hey, this isn't really working out. The 3 of Pentacles in reverse is, hey, I don't work well with you. Maybe it's time to go your own way, Capricorn. And then we get the Star reversed, which is Aquarian energy. This is Dark Night of the Soul. I do feel masking through addictions because you are dealing with a smiling liar. You're dealing with somebody that presents themselves as emotionally available, but really their heart is not in this. So Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and I do feel the deadline to make a decision. You already know what it is that you need to do. And I do feel, you know, you're dealing with somebody here that's really good at creating illusion and confusion. And so you've likely been going through a period of disillusionment. I just feel there's a lack of love here. Somebody's got their heart guarded. They're really not emotionally open to a connection. And I do feel you want somebody loyal. You want to build something solid. And so the Seven of Pentacles to me is screaming complacency. Something here is stuck and stagnant. And maybe you stayed loyal to somebody that really wasn't giving you what it is that you deserve. And I do think you know this in your heart of hearts. The High Priestess knows. And so maybe you've been stuck in this situation for the last 4 years. And I do feel the fear is going into the depths of feeling this heartbreak. Because we do have the Four of Swords in reversed. And so there is going to be some type of karma playing out. The Justice is karma. So let's clarify the Justice card. Let's see what the Justice card has to say. I think somebody's got their armor on. Yeah, look at the Eight of Cups in reversed. Pisces energy. The Strength card. Leo energy. And then we get the Seven of Wands. More Leo. The Four of Swords in reversed again. So there's a lack of reciprocity here. There is a lack of balance. Maybe you are in love with somebody who's already in love with somebody else. Or maybe you're dealing with somebody that jumped into a relationship with you, but they still didn't heal from a past relationship that they've kind of been holding on to. Yeah, there is a past relationship here. I do feel that somebody might want to go back to. I feel with the Eight of Cups in reverse, this is somebody wanting to go back to the past. Saturn is retrograde in Pisces, and so this is bringing up the past for sure. But I also feel this energy of like you've been holding on for dear life from something that you know is not bringing you emotional satisfaction or wish fulfillment, and you've been resistant to walking the spiritual journey because maybe your pride and your ego doesn't want to face the challenges that will be presented when it comes to getting honest with yourself about something that does need to die away. I don't think you can revive this. I don't think you can bring this back to life. I think it kind of just drains your energy, your life force energy. Let's take a look at the Four of Wands, because there is a doorway opportunity opening up. There is a new opportunity here. But you have to choose to leave behind the chaos, the conflict, and the drama. There is victory to be had here after a period of challenges. But you got to break free from something toxic. You get to decide. You can keep going round and round and aimlessly going through life with no direction. And I do feel something toxic here. It could be addictions. You could be dealing with another Capricorn. But I do feel it's really time to get honest with yourself about what it is that you're choosing to invest in. I do feel maybe you've been so focused on work, you couldn't see that maybe somebody had some hidden addictions. That is a possibility as well. But I do feel something is coming to a dead stop. There's going to be an emotional outburst, and I feel you're going to be stepping into your worth and your value. Or you could be dealing with an Empress. This could be maybe somebody from the past. Maybe somebody wants to go back to the mother of their children. That could be it too. Maybe somebody is obsessed with spying on and watching the mother of their children, and they've really not gone into healing this past heartbreak. This too is also the energy of wanting to go back to something from the past, and there's that Pandora's box that I was shown in my third eye. And so somebody's really held on to a secret for a long time, a secret love affair on the heart. You could be dealing with a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio that's never fully let go of the mother of their children from the past. Swap around the energies. You could be the mother of your children, and maybe you've not let go of something. But I do feel an emotional outburst. An emotional outburst. Let's see what this Palace of Swords in reverse is all about, because there's a big whopper of a lie here. A big whopper of a lie. Yeah, big whopper of a lie. This is self-sabotaging behavior. This is manipulation. This is somebody really needing to get honest with themselves about a bad decision. The Lovers reversed. Gemini energy and the Eight of Wands reversed. Somebody could have very well have blocked a lover from the past, but they never fully let it go. They never healed from it. And I do feel that's coming to light. I do feel something is coming to a dead stop, and maybe somebody does want to go back to the past from somebody that they ghosted, maybe the mother of their children. But I do feel there's a lack of healing, there's a lack of balance, and there is a need to get honest here about something that just isn't working out, is what it feels like. Let's clarify the Page of Swords in reverse, because there's a message coming that you don't want to hear. Or you could be the one delivering this message that somebody else doesn't want to hear. But yeah, we get the Page of Wands in reversed, the Three of Wands, and the Knight of Cups in reversed. I just feel you're walking away from a loveless situation. You're walking away from a King of Cups. I feel you're walking away from a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, because they're complacent. And I feel you know this, and I think there's secrets here, and I do feel there's illusions here, and I do feel you're all done playing into the drama, even if it means walking away from everything that you've built with this person. I do feel somebody's bubble is going to get burst, and I do feel you're choosing to take action to leave something behind, and I do feel maybe you're the one delivering a message, and I don't think it's going to come through as a well-received message. Let's get you some crystal stone deck messages, but I do feel you parting ways with a water sign. We get honey calcite, and it is asking you to break through your limits. And so you very well could be dealing with a Taurus too. I just feel you're bewildered. I do feel you're super down. You're bewildered. This is stemming around some type of mission work. I feel like you've been banging your head up against the wall over and over and over again, trying to figure out what is going on here. I do feel somebody's got some barriers around their heart, which is also likely a barrier to manifesting some abundance. I do feel you're tired of waiting for something to turn around. I do feel you need to picture yourself coming out the other side triumphant, coming out as a victor, and getting rid of anything that's standing in your way. I do feel you're ready to kick somebody out of your life, maybe kick them out the house. And then we get selenite. And so this is a clearing for your path when it comes to some enlightenment. Maybe you're a healer, but I do feel there's like a spiritual cleanse going on here. And there is going to be, the slate is going to be wiped clean. But there is some type of lingering, persistent problem or bad juju that needs to go. And I think you've been praying for answers. And I do feel you're kind of entrenched in the collective heaviness of Pluto retrograde in Capricorn as well. And so I do feel it's been a lot to process. And you are going to have to be gentle with yourself, because I do feel like it's been chaotic. You need to find your center. I do feel you're learning a lot from this person, but I do feel you're going to have to make a final judgment call. I do feel you've been dealing with all kinds of unsolicited bullshit with this person. And maybe now you're starting to harbor a little bit of resentment. I feel like there's been more damage done than there's been happiness in this connection. And maybe you've been holding something against somebody, or they've been holding something against you. But I think the wisest part of you knows that this person couldn't care less about how you really feel. And so we get the pyrite with the ruby, and so fool's gold. You got fooled. I feel you got fooled. And I do feel this chronic lethargy with the sun in reversed. And so this person has been draining you. You've been sleeping on your potential. And I do feel like it feels like maybe somebody used you a little bit. And you need to get honest with yourself. You need to find your masculine energy to take action in a new direction. You can be a woman and harness masculine energy. But I just feel like you're dealing with somebody that is constantly shrouded in dark matter. And I do feel like you're coming to this conclusion. Is this really worth fighting for anymore? Aries energy. I do feel a new direction. You are being reoriented and pointed in a new direction. And you're going to have to release that fear. Because this person has had you down in the dumps. Maybe you feel like your sex life, needs some spicing up. Maybe there is no passion left. Maybe there is no sex life here. But I do feel it's time for you to get passionate about life again. And to let go of a connection here that's really dragged you down. So I think get ready to feed your fires. I do feel a fiery outburst is coming to break you free. Let's get you one last message from Spirit. One last message, Spirit, for Capricorn. Resources. Yeah, I just feel like you need to get honest about how depleted and dissatisfied you are in your life. And I do feel this person has prevented you from really getting to know yourself. So maybe this person held on for money. Maybe you've held on for money. I do feel finances are coming up at this time. Finances are important, and being responsible about your finances. I do feel like you'll soon understand why everything had to play out the way it did. But the universe is trying to say, if a relationship doesn't last, it doesn't mean try harder. The universe is telling you it wasn't supposed to last in the first place. And so there is a necessary transition happening at this time, Capricorn. And I do believe that you should allow it to occur. Because what we resist will persist. And I do feel this is causing you extreme overwhelm. So get ready to be put to the test. Get ready to make an announcement, because I do feel you're cutting somebody out, and that's kind of what I got for you, Capricorn. So I hope this helped. I hope this resonated. If you would like to book a personal or a soulmate reading with me, I do encourage you to check out that description box below, and I also look forward to seeing you all again next time. Thank you.